good, Commanders fans? The last pick for the Commanders in the draft is Baptiste out of Notre Dame. Did go to Javonte Baptiste out of Notre Dame. He did go to Ohio State for 4 years, and then he transferred to Notre Dame for his last season in college. He had 4 sacks his junior year in 2022, and then 5 sacks in 2023. 10.5 tackles for loss in 2023, so that was his best year. He did have a forced fumble in his junior season and his senior season, and one fumble recovery and 1 pass deflection in his senior season as well. 6'5", 253 pounds, from New York. Let's look at some advanced stats for John Baptiste, or let's look at what Dan Brugler had to say about him as well. John Baptiste lacks dynamic traits in his play, but he battles and has enough tools that warrant further development. He is worth bringing to camp and possibly adding to the practice squad. And once again, he's a guy that had a solid RAS score. He ranked 142 out of 1,798 defensive ends from 1987 to 2024. His explosiveness grade, his explosion grade was great, with a 34.5-inch vertical leap, which is really good. The broad jump was great as well. 40-yard dash, 4.6 40-yard dash, which is pretty darn good for a defensive end. 20-yard split, 2.71 seconds. And then 10-yard split was 1.64 seconds. All of those numbers and metrics were great. Composite size grade, just okay. So overall, he graded really well overall as far as his relative athletic score. 99th percentile in run defense grade, so a solid run stopper. There's a couple of clips of him stopping a run with Ohio State. 86% in run tile stop percentage. 88th percentile in pass rush grade on true pass sets. Also 82nd percentile in pass rush win rate. PFF's 164th ranked prospect, taken at 222. So once again, like I said, value. Adam Peters has done a good job of getting value of players, where the previous regime, a lot of players were ranked like 222, and then we would pick him with the 164th pick, or we would trade up for a long snapper and just have terrible value, or just drafting badly, and that's kind of what it was somewhat with Ron Rivera there for sure. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid pick so far. 6th-year senior, veteran, another team captain. There's a trend with Adam Peters drafting team captains and very, very high relative athletic scores. So he's getting a lot of athleticism and a lot of leaders and a lot of guys who have a lot of college experience. The guy from Washington, 5 years in college. This guy, 6 years in college. So a lot of experience there and a lot of maturity from these guys for sure, and a lot of captains. So let's read his NFL draft write-up as well. His scouting report. Led the team with 10.5 tackles for a loss in 2023, 5 sacks. Played in all 13 games with 12 starts, 49 tackles, pass breakup, and a forced fumble. I already talked about that. Strengths: possesses desire and length of an NFL edge defender. Slips off of blocks to find runners. Good backside burst, and is always working toward the ball carrier. So if he does make the roster, we'll see, or practice squad. If he does get any time, he'll be a rotational guy behind Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, Cleveland Farrell, guys like that. I'm trying to think who else is on the roster that is a pass rusher. Let me see here. I know I got it up. We cut Shaka Toney. Jalen Harris, KJ Henry is on the roster. Andre Jones is on the roster, and we did re-sign Efe Obada, Josh Pryor, most likely on the practice squad. So those are the other defensive ends that we have on the team, other than Dorrance, Cleveland, and Dante, the 3 guys that are going to get the majority of the playing time. KJ Henry as well. So I am going to wrap up with just read a couple of comments here on my previous video where they drafted Dominique Hampton. Some people are pretty upset with it. I'm not going to say pretty upset with this draft, but just critiquing the draft a little bit, or kind of just how Adam Peters has, just talking about how Adam Peters has handled the offseason for the most part. One guy, Richard McClay, 9278, says, "Here we go, no offense. Defense don't win games no more. Guess we're going to destroy another quarterback. Our quarterback ain't going to have a chance going for a new sack record." And then also somebody said, "Why are you getting a safety from a defensive team that was not good?" Shaking my head. SEC, Big Ten, ACC, etc. So I'm going to respond to my comments in the next video. I'm going to make a couple undrafted free agent videos coming up as well. I might just do you know, if they sign 5 guys, I'll just make one video of all 5 of the free agents in one video, just recapping it, or just go one by one like I did last year. All right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Hell's Commanders. Peace.